Hey, Lupe, good morning. How are you? Are you good, Lupe? Can you hear me? Oh, good. I'm hanging in there, hanging in there. Sound a little stuffed up. I got some sinuses going on. Hello, this old helmet. It is not about helmets. That's okay. Oh, thank you. They're not typical glasses. I have double vision, so they make me see only one image. Good morning, Candace. Hey, Maple Life. Are you enjoying your vacation? Hey, Rob. Good morning. Good to see you. I'm hanging in there. Hey, Randy. Okay. Maple, is it everything you hoped it would be? No, Helmet. It's coffee. It's just 9:53 in the morning here in Texas. A little early for beer. I'm stopped up. I think my allergies are messing with me, Rob, but I'm pretty good. Tired. I haven't been up very long. That's how come you can see my CPAP strap right here. Yeah, I'm a little stuffed up, Laura. How was Wisconsin? Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw your one video. I think you were eating dumplings and you were saying that you were going to hook up with, I think, another YouTuber and then some friends you met on your last vacation. Yeah, it is 9:56 in the morning, Texas time. Viewer. Oh, okay. Walter, I didn't see you slip in, darling. How are you? Oh, I'm still here. I'm sorry. It's noon. Okay. Rob, oh man, I have a story for y'all. I was supposed to do a mukbang on Friday. Oh, it was a horrible day. I'm glad you're good, Walter, and your brother-in-law still hanging in there. Good. Oh man, Laura, that sucks. Yeah, it's been humid here because it was just enough rain to mix with the heat, and oh my goodness. The dogs are doing good, Rob. We had an incident where I think Big Dog trumped Little Man, and so for a whole day he was the one-eyed bandit like me. But other than that, they're good. Oh, good. Good to hear he's still well. Oh, okay, Maple. That's not a small town. That's about us here, if you don't count the military base. So everyone gonna have a busy week. We got a lot of stuff we're doing, but I'm gonna really try to squeeze in a mukbang this week. I know I've been slacking. Everybody's texting me now that hang on, y'all. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh no, Rob, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I got you, Maple. When you're used to a big town. Oh, Rob, I'm just so sorry about that. Oh, that is so cool, Randy. That is so cool. If y'all hear some moving around, that's my niece. She just got up this morning. That was her texting me if it was safe to get up. I said, "Yeah, I'm against the couch." That is so cool, Randy. A lot of the ex's family is in the medical field. I did not, Maple. I did not. I'll look at it. I promise I'll go look at it after this live. Was it? I guess it was amazing if you posted it. Hey, Donna. Donna, I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest with you. I have not spoken to her since I had dinner at her house. I think we texted one time since then. I I'm always the one that's having to text her, and I feel weird about that. So I've kind of been not texting her. She hasn't even been on Facebook though, so I'm sure she's pretty busy. Oh, that's cool, Randy. We had a vocational program like that, and it had different things. And I did the beautician one, and so I was a cosmetologist by the time I left high school. A lot different than being a nurse, I know, but it was cool. Oh, that's cool, Maple. Oh, thank you, Walter. I appreciate that. Hey, Joanne. I know. I'm so glad to see you, Joanne. Oh, thank you, Donna. I try. That is so cool, Randy. I'm excited. Thank you, Rob. Right, Maple? French is such a beautiful language. Oh, not me. I went to cosmetology school. I was a hairdresser for a couple of years, but it was back in my party days, and I let my license lapse. And now there's no way I could do all the new styles. Well, with my illness, I couldn't keep my arms up for too long. But even before I got real sick, I thought there's no way I could do all those fades and everything. Yeah, I couldn't keep up. Right, Maple? Corrections was very interesting. Yes, very interesting. Oh, from cleaning? Oh, the oven. Hey, Deborah. Rob, the niece is doing fine. Ooh, brownies. The niece made pumpkin spice muffins last night. Oh, wow, Walter. That is neat. Oh, yeah, we got another bark box. I wasn't sure if I'm going to film them or not. I may just give it to them. That's cool, Randy. Yeah, we had electrical repair, automotive, cosmetology, but they called it vocational. And this, at that time, our town only had two high schools, mine and another one, and the vocational building was at the other one. And then once a week, we opened up to the public to practice on their hair. And we charged them just like really cheap to do their hair. And we had a chart that we had to fill in. And I always remember running from the hair colorings. That was one of the last things that I learned because I was scared of hurting people, ruining their hair. A divorce lawyer, Maple, couples counseling. Yes, Joanne, I was so what the it was the last one, and I uh, missed the finale, but I have it on DVR, so no spoiler alert, no spoilers. We still have to watch it, but yeah, when they went into Aldi's because they only had what $15 to shop with, I loved it. I'm like, yay, Aldi's, and they were all surprised. We got all this for only $15. That's true, Maple. All right, y'all. There's 12 people in here and only two thumbs up. What's up? No truffles, though. Yeah. I don't know if I'd like a truffle. I mean, I like mushrooms, but I think truffles have a really strong flavor.
He's very sharp.
Yeah, I think that they use the term earthy.
Mhm.
Oh, you're retired now, Walter? I'm sure. Are you down to the weight you wanted to be? I know you were losing it and it was just falling off you. Oh, okay, Maple. If you don't stop chewing on yourself, Missy, Big Dog's just been chewing her legs. I don't know if they aren't shaved thin. I would like to try truffle oil. Wow, Walter, that is so good. Um, the niece is going up to the college later, and I'm not sure. I need to go by Aldi's to pick up a loaf of bread. Usually the bread runs out, goes bad on us, but not this time around. So my mother wasn't up to going to Aldi's yesterday, so she just didn't feel like it. I called her Saturday. She goes, "Oh, I'm not going tomorrow. I just don't feel like it." I said, "Okay, our opportunity to sleep in." And then other than that, today I don't think I have any plans. Funny Maple. Good morning, Andrea. I know, Joanne. Isn't that cool? It is just melted off Walter. I wonder if it's true truffle though, Maple. Hey, Vicky. Oh, I love you too. Thank you. If it says truffle oil, it could be fake truffle oil, though. It could be truffle oil flavored. You would probably have to look at the back and see if truffle oil is listed on the ingredients. Then they're really expensive. Thank you, Walter. Oh, for sure, Joanne. I keep looking at my full laundry basket going, oh man, I really need to do laundry. But I know I can hold off. I still have a few clean clothes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I love kettle brand, but I like the jalapeno ones. No, thank you. Oh, I have a banana, y'all. Forgot to eat my banana.
I had two bell peppers and my medicine this morning. I
Okay.
didn't want to eat it. I got up around 7, so they hadn't been out. They're not stayed out long. I couldn't eat the thing, no.
Right, Joanne? Sometimes we have to. Gotcha, Maple. Okay. So here's what happened Friday. Right? It all went down Friday?
What?
Thursday or Friday?
Mm.
With my car. Friday.
Friday.
Okay. So with my shoulder, I have a standard car. So the kid has been encouraging me to use her car, which is an automatic, to drive around with, but I had really not been doing it because I was just so used to jumping in my car. So one day, the niece and I are leaving the house for something I don't know, and so uh, we're in a hurry. We go. I get in the car and try to start the car, and my car doesn't work, doesn't turn over, and I'm like, "Oh crap!" So I said, "Well, I guess I'm finally forced to drive the kid's car." Y'all, why I didn't just get into her car because it was easier to drive with the shoulder, I don't know. So, excuse me. So I said, well, I guess we're going to use her car. So I run and get the keys, and we've been using her car. And I just said, well, when it's time for me to use my car again, I'll just jump start it then. So Friday, I decide, well, the kid will be back in a few weeks. So I'll go ahead and start using my car. So I jump start the car, get my car running. Everything's fine. The niece wants to go visit a friend. So I take her over there, and I was going to go look in pawn shops for a camera. Well, I drove around the car for about 15 minutes to charge up the battery, but something tells me do not go to a pawn shop right now. So I came home, pulled up in the driveway, and turned it off and tried to crank it again, and it wouldn't crank. I'm like, oh my gosh. And when the niece and I had realized that the car was dead, I saw that I had left my parking lights on. Now, normally my parking lights, I've done that before and it hasn't killed the battery. Okay, thank you for stopping by, Walter. I love you. So I'm like, oh crap. So by this time of the month, I'm broke. So I call the kid, I wake her up, we have a conversation. So we do some things, move some money around, and then I have to go to Walmart to get a new battery. So I'm sitting there waiting, and finally they get to me, and I'm staring out the window watching them do my battery. And as soon as he puts the battery in, I see the rear lights come on. So I walk out there and I'm like, why are my back lights on? And he's like, ma'am, I'm trying to figure out that too. So he's checking the light switches, he's checking the brakes, he's making sure all the doors are closed and things like that. And it was then that I remembered that the kid had the exact same problem with her vehicle. We have the same vehicle, only hers is automatic, mine is standard, and ours are different colors. And I remember her having the same issue, and my nephew that lives next door to my mom had to rig it. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I text him and I ask him, please, 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 can you fix my car? And so he's self-employed, so he doesn't answer me right away. So I thought, okay, so I go to my mom's house and I visit with her, and so I could wait for the nephew. And he goes, yeah, he said, but can we do it tomorrow? And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm at grandma's house, but we could do it tomorrow. So me and my mom are chit-chatting. Well, here comes my nephew. And I said, oh, you didn't have to. You said tomorrow. He goes, no, he said, let me see if it's a quick fix like the kid's car. I said, okay. So he goes and he fixes it. So I owe him some of my salsa. By the time I got done with that, pick up the niece from her friend's house. Y'all, I don't feel like going to the store. Didn't feel like it. No, it was there's some kind of thing my my nephew said that's right under the steering wheel, under the dash, and it's got a grommet, a plastic grommet, and the and a stick, and it holds the stick up like a donut, and then a pencil and a donut. Well, it holds up like that. Well, because it's a plastic part, our cars are 2007, and in the Texas heat, excuse me, y'all, the plastic wears out and it falls apart, and it causes the stick to go down and keep the light on. So he had to rig something that would keep the stick up. And that's what it was. Because a lot of times when you try to turn the car over and it's just a clicking sound, it's usually the alternator. And the alternator is what keeps your battery charged. So that was the drama of why I couldn't go to pawn shops and why I didn't do a mukbang. Because I had told y'all in the community tab that I was going to do a mukbang on Friday. I was so tired and frustrated. Oh, it was sore all weekend. So, excuse me. That's why I was a little happy that we didn't go to Aldi's yesterday. But it cheated y'all out of a video. But I did do a Walmart haul. The kid let me get some things. There's dog food. We got dog food, like 5 bananas. I got some cream cheese. And I think that's about it. I was like, and y'all, that little bitty handful of stuff, $51. And the niece couldn't believe how much that small handful of groceries were. And that's why I looked at her and said, yeah, that's why we shop at Aldi's, except for things we can't get. Joanne, I was going to film and that's my plan for the next mukbang that I do, is do air fryer low carb pizzas. So I could show you the air fryer. Y'all, we love the air fryer. I'm telling you now. We've been cooking nothing but naughty foods that's not true. I was going to say naughty foods in the air fryer, and it crisps it up real good as long as you do one layer, because when we overfill it, we're too I'm gonna say it, we're too lazy to stir it. So now all of the stuff gets crispy, but we love it. So I thought what I'd do is make a couple of low carb pizzas on low carb tortillas and show you all how it's done in the air fryer, and then do a mukbang. Oh man, Naomi, I'm so sorry about that. Hey, did I say hi to you? When did you sneak in? Well, hello. It's such a habit now, Laura. I just do it without even thinking. And for like 2 or 3 days in my daughter's automatic, I kept wanting to clutch it. Oh, don't listen because I want to surprise you.
Yeah.
Aldi's had something new, and you're gonna be mad because I didn't do a haul that day because we only had gotten a few things, but I found this and I want to tell y'all about it. Yeah, because I know a lot of y'all low carb it. Look, y'all, that's the Aldi brand, and look at the carbs. And they're a big size tortilla like the other ones. The lowest carb count on the name brand ones that you can get from Walmart are 6 carbs. So that's what I'm planning. They're a little bit drier. Like I made a half a quesadilla where I put cheddar cheese and I folded it, but I didn't heat them up and it cracked a little bit on the spine part, like when you bend it, it cracked a little bit. It didn't go all the way through, but I thought, well, that's kind of not fair because it was cold straight out of the package. So I'm going to use these so that when I make two, so that the mukbang can last a little longer, it'll only be 8 carbs for the crust. Oh, okay. I'm hanging in there. I'm still feeling good. There's just been some other developments that are kind of stressful, but I'm handling them like I used to. So the Cymbalta is working. Hey, Michelle. Been keeping pretty good. I'm hanging in there. Was just talking about the drama with my car, but it's running. Got a new battery now. So we're good to go. Got a little bit of running around to do today. Uh, but thank you, Michelle. The dogs are well. Uh, Big dog's been kind of chewing her paw, and I was stroking her in bed, and her hairs are getting short on her arms. So I don't know what that's about. But Denise has been taking her running the last few days. Uh, so she's been loving that. She's been a little bit calmer in the house. I know she's got y'all fooled with the Bark Box videos because she sits there so politely, but I'm telling you, she can be a terror. That's what I told Denise. I said, she's got their behinds. She's got them fooled. Did y'all see the low carb tortillas? Nobody said anything about them. Am I boring today, y'all? I'm sorry. Right, Michelle? Gotcha, Joanne. I'm lucky that my all my nephews are very handy. You know what I mean? Their jobs is where they work on their hands, and so most of us have had like hoopty cars, and so you have to learn to work on them. I could change a battery on my own. uh, I've changed a fuel filter on my own, things like that. I can't do it now because of my hands and stuff, but that would have cost me $150 to get that little thing fixed if I had taken it somewhere. So I was very fortunate that my nephew could do it and he was willing to do it. Oh, okay. I'll show you again. It's the Aldi brand. Fit and Active. Look at the carb count. And it's not a tiny street taco. It's a good sized taco, tortilla shell. I want to show y'all low carb stuff. I haven't heard about that. Oh, wow. Well, I'm boring too, Michelle. And that's not boring. That's gotta be a beautiful dog. We've had Huskies, and mostly my parents have had German Shepherds. I think we had a Malamute one time. Oh, Laura, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, Naomi. It's always better when you know people. Oh, gotcha, Joanne. Well, that's good that you have one that you like. But if I use two of these for the mukbang, it's only 8 carbs for the crust. So it is, Michelle. Hey, Vicky. Thank you, Vicky. Welcome to our YouTube family. I hope you stay a while. I usually do my mukbangs my lives at night, but I try to move them around because I know people from other countries watch me. So with the time differences and stuff. Yes, it does, Joanne. They sure will, Laura. I love quesadillas. I like to do that as a snack at night, just cheddar cheese and the tortilla. Sometimes I'll dip it in sour cream, but Scotland, cool. David Tennant is Scottish, isn't he? Thank y'all for welcoming Vicky. Okay, Michelle. My daughter loves David Tennant. That is her favorite doctor. Did you watch Broadchurch? That's where we got the new doctor from. I love the series Broadchurch. Oh, gotcha, Michelle. Yeah, Joanne, I find my blood sugar, even if I have something a little naughty, is lower in the morning if I stop eating after a certain time. So I'm trying real hard because I'm back to the staying up kind of late at night. So uh, I'm trying to get away from that. What, Michelle? What? Well, when the kids started watching it, it was kind of halfway through, and I wasn't keeping up with the timeline, because he goes forward and backwards in time. The doctor does. And so the kid finally got tired of the question. So she goes, okay, mom, wait. So we started from the very beginning, not the first series where the older ones are for when they rebooted it forward. And once I did that, I could keep up with the timelines and stuff. Oh yeah, if I have carbs really late at night, I wake up in the morning famished, just starving. It is not easy, Vicky. You are correct. I'm also type 2, but you could do it. I got mine in just over a year. It was a year in March. Uh, I went from an 8 something A1C, isn't that what I told y'all? 8 or 7.8 blood sugar, and this month I'm down to a 6.1. The weight loss, well, we won't speak on that. Thank you, Michelle. Most of it has been just staying away from a lot of carbs, a lot of empty carbs. I mean, like you saw, I'll have a banana, I'll have a sweet potato, I'll have brown, excuse me, I'll have brown rice, but I'll limit it. Oh, Vicky, you've got to get that down. You don't want to lose your legs. Right, Joanne? That's why I was getting confused. And my daughter said, okay, mom, we're going to watch it from the very beginning. And once I did that, I could keep up. Oh, okay. Yes, 5.7, Joanne, is normal. But I'm still on the metformin and I'm still on the Trulicity. But he kind of laughed and said, we'll have to do something if I drop any lower. I know he's not going to want me off the Trulicity. And quite frankly, the way I've been eating lately, had it not been for the medicine I'm taking, it would probably still be a little high. It would have probably come out higher. And I see him again December 29th. And I'm like, oh my God, just right after all the holidays. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And maybe that's why he's keeping me on it. Vicky, your first thing to do is to not eat anything white. If you'll stop and think about what foods are naturally white, rice, white rice, bread, tortillas, potatoes, you've got to get that blood sugar down, darling. Bread, yep. And that's hard because that's a diabetic's favorite food. Why we came diabetic to begin with. Because y'all know how much I like my rice. Oh, Michelle, I just have a love affair with rice. That was the hardest thing for me to stay away from, and I still don't stay away from it. But we don't have any in the house. So, Vicky, it's not steaming everything, it's staying away from carbohydrates. That's what you need to watch your sugar. Carbs, and once it hits your body, it turns into sugar. So, you've got to get away from carbohydrates. Oh, that's good, Vicky. Oh, Michelle, it is. It's so hard. Because let's face it, I mean, I'm sitting here talking to you, Vicky, but if I was really watching what I ate, I wouldn't still be this big. I mean, I've lost a lot of weight. I've gone from 300 and I think the highest I ever was 347 pounds when I was with the ex, and I fluctuate now between 282 and 285. I just can't get back to the 279 I was last year in August. Okay, Vicky. I hope I don't sound like I'm being lectury. It's just that that's such a high A1C. You'll get neuropathy in your legs, and diabetics have not been known to go blind or lose limbs. Yes, you can. Yes, Joanne, and that's what I'm shooting for. I've slowly started to get back to really trying to back off, but y'all, I'm obsessed with chicken nuggets. Oh my gosh. I need to make my own and use almond flour. They say the quickest way to beat diabetes is to get the gastric the surgery. Okay, Vicky. I just know I could get kind of preachy sometimes, so shoot, Joanne, and I wanted to try that, like use the spicy chicharrones, and that's why I kept buying them, and I kept saying I have a project in mind. The problem was that I kept eating them before I used them as a crust. I'm just afraid that whatever I eat, like if I bread chicken, that it's going to make the chicken taste porky. You know, and if I'm in the mood for chicken, I mean, I love me some pig, but yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to do chicken strips because the niece loves chicken strips. And let's face it, a chicken strip is a long chicken nugget, right? Because I have the low carb bread from Aldi's and I dried like 4 or 5 pieces and ground it up for breadcrumbs. I just have to season them. Oh, really, Laura? Oh man, Naomi. Croutons, girl, I will eat croutons as a snack. Take the bag and eat them in front of the TV like chips. They're good like that. Oh, really? I love ours. You don't have to heat up the oven, even the toaster oven. My brother-in-law got it and he has had no problems with it. My thing is that even if you get it, you still have to show restraint. It's not a cure-all. You still have to eat properly. And when you have the band in, you could really mess yourself up if you continue to eat like the wrong foods. Like for him, rice is out, bread is out. And that's, I'm afraid I would do that. And then he said that all the people in his office had the lap band, but he says they're gaining weight because they're eating around the band, and that's what it's called. And so what they do is they'll eat small amounts of food all day, but it's bad food. And so it's small amounts so their stomach can take it and they're gaining weight. Yeah, Laura, it's keeping me from doing it because I just know that I'll mess it up. Snackable foods. I mean, snacks like a pastry. They'll eat it for 5 minutes so they can still eat it, but that's like too many calories. Oh, gotcha, Naomi. That's good. Yeah, ours is 5.2 or 5.6. Right, Naomi? Bread is a good one. You could, because like one slice of bread is like 23 net carbs. It's not hard. Oh, no, Laura. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, she got the lap band. Yeah. That's okay, Vicky. Why don't you watch your movie with your husband? I promise I'll try to do another live real soon. I know, Naomi. I call him a lie machine. I'm on metformin too, Michelle. I take it in the evening and in the morning, and then I'm on a Trulicity. It's an injection you take once a week. He has the lap band. That's that's kind of sneaky on your ex's part, Joanne. I would have never thought of that. Oh, that's a real shame, Laura. But I'm glad she's tough. Why? What happens, Vicky? Okay, Vicky, this may not be the reason for you, but I think it is for a lot of people and they don't realize it. When I first started on the metformin, it made me sick the first couple of days, and then it got better. But then I got better at what I was eating. And I noticed that, and I cheat because, like I told you before, if I wasn't cheating, then I would be a lot lighter than I am now. That's why I'm still heavy. So I'm not fooling anybody, right? So that's why I don't lie. But now I notice that if I'm eating like I'm not, if I'm not eating like I should, then the metformin messes with my stomach. Sometimes I almost don't make it to the bathroom. Pardon my being indelicate. And so it encourages me to watch what I'm eating because if I don't, the metformin will let me know you shouldn't be eating this. So let's get rid of it. And I'll get nauseous and I'll have to run to the bathroom. Yeah. So it kind of helps me. Yeah. If I'm not careful, like when we go to breakfast on Sundays, um, I know you're supposed to take metformin, any medication at the same time every day, but with the metformin, it's a crapshoot because of our sleeping patterns, those of us with fibro. And so I'll just take it as soon as I get up. But on Sundays, when I have breakfast with my mother, I already know that I'm going to eat a lot of carbs. So I try to be careful the rest of the day, but I won't take my metformin until I get home because if I do, I'm in trouble. So I already know how the carbs are going to react with the metformin. Yeah, 4 a day is like, wow, 4 at night, right? That's why when they first came out with that, weight loss pill that was over the counter, but it was approved by the FDA, some people were saying that it worked, but when you look at the side effect, one of them was may cause anal leakage, and I'm like, "I work." That's when I was still able to work corrections, and I'm like, "I work. There's no way that I'm anal leakaging in my uniform in front of a bunch of convicts. I never live it down." Yes, Vicky. So that should be enough to back off the carbs. Girl, you have me worried about you now, Vicky. Right, Michelle? Oh, that's good. That's good. Right, Joanne? Oh, yeah, Joanne. They're hard to come by. especially ones that'll listen to you. Good luck with that. I really hope you find someone. Oh, yeah, Michelle. When they say laughter is the best medicine, it can make or break a day. Oh, wow. Joanne, that's terrible. Did you ask that practice if they knew of somebody that had experience? Oh, no, Joanne. Oh, wow. Hey, Grandma Macy. How are you, darling? Thanks for all the thumbs up, y'all. Appreciate it. Oh, no, Grandma. I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you still in the hospital or are you home? Hey, Ruth. I know, Ruth. I've been sucking. I'm so sorry. That's why I had told the niece I was going to go live last night, but the time got away from me. So when I got up this morning, I just went straight to the laptop, made some coffee, and got online. Oh, no, Grandma. Are your boys with you? Oh, good. Good, Grandma. Okay, Michelle, thank you for stopping by. You have a great rest of the week. Oh man, Grandma, that's terrible. Well, I hope you're okay when you go to the doctor's today. Bye, Michelle. Hanging in there, Grandma. Hanging in there. Feeling much better these days. Lupa going? Where's Lupa? Oh, okay. I thought, is Lupa leaving? No, she just said goodbye. Susan, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you. Grandma, are you hurting anywhere? Do you think you broke something? Hey, my sunshine. I'm hanging in there, sunshine. I hope you are too. Y'all, Super Rainbow Queen and Susan Stamey have been with me since my first videos. Super Rainbow Queen has a channel. She does a lot of hauls and she does a lot of good hauls. I love her hauls. Y'all need to check her out. Oh, y'all, Catherine's is having 1999 bras and B3 G2 free panties. Wow, Catherine's is where I got my blue shirt for when I went to Sarge's funeral. Oh no, Grandma. Okay, Loop, I'm glad you're still here. Thank you, Susan. Sunshine, you have a good day out. Susan, my first videos are bad. I keep them up for nostalgia. Y'all, I'm just getting real frustrated with my laptop and my phone and trying to get a video set up like a mukbang is hard because, for some reason the audio's not doing right. So I've got to hook up the external microphone and it doesn't always work because I've had this for a couple of years and the port, I have to rig something. So I get real frustrated, and by the time I get it all set up, I just don't feel like filming anymore. I'm like, screw it. And so that's been difficult, especially the way I've been feeling. I mean, I'm better now, but so I remembered that my daughter has a camera. And so I want to see if hers does video. And but she wants me to wait until she gets home for me to use it. So we'll have to see how that works out. Oh, good. Good, Ruth. I'm glad it's working for you. Thank you, Susan. Y'all see little man? Boo boo. There he is. Boo boo. He had tummy troubles yesterday and he was kind of because he was eating grass and got one stuck. Did we freeze or did I get boring and nobody's talking? They can. How long have you been taking them? Depends on what you're on. I remember you, I think you told me, but I don't remember. Oh, wow. That's some hardcore. Let's see. Let's look it up. I'll tell you, I love these nails, y'all, but they get in the way. God dang it. Okay, you're not going to like this. According to fentanyl withdrawal, the American Addictions Centers, which all these are addiction thingies, but I know you're not addicted. You're taking it for your pain disorder. Um, it says, before I even get to the thing, to taper off fentanyl, a person may be first switched to another opioid, such as long acting morphine or methadone, as reported in the tapering. Let's see. Yeah, we know all about that. Fentanyl dependence can set in regardless if a person is taking the drug licitly with a valid and medically necessary prescription. It's never recommended to stop taking a drug like fentanyl cold turkey, especially without professional supervision and aid. Opioid withdrawal syndrome may be tempered with a slow removal of the drug over a period of time called tapering or through medical detox. Opioid withdrawal syndrome usually begins within 12 to 30 hours of the last dose of an opioid. Fentanyl is in patch form is an extended release medication with effects that may continue to increase for the first 12 to 24 hours of wearing it. Following is potential side effects of the opioid withdrawal syndrome that occurs when fentanyl leaves the bloodstream: yawning, sweating, restlessness, all these things. Opioid withdrawal syndrome likely peaks in the first few days and levels off within a week or so. Okay, this says that the tapering is a slow removal of the fentanyl over a set period of time, and it is also called weaning off the drug. This must be performed under the direction and watchful eye of a medical professional who can set up a tapering schedule that may be able to keep withdrawal symptoms from manifesting by keeping some of the opioid drug in the system. By slowly removing the drug and not stopping cold turkey, opioid withdrawal may be managed. To taper it off, switch to opioids, be switched to morphine and methadone. After a person is switched over, these opioids are reduced by 20 to 50% each day until the dosage reaches 30 milligrams for the methadone or 45 for morphine. At this point, the dosage can be reduced. Tapering may not be the same for everyone with different schedules. So it is suggesting, if nothing else, Joanne, instead of finding a fibro doctor, maybe talk to your primary if you have one and tell them you want to taper off of it if they're not going to put you on it. They could at least help you get off of it, help you taper off of it. No, Joanne, they're fake. And I'm really needing a fill. Maybe your spine doctor can prescribe it for you. Since they suggested that they can't operate, maybe go see him again and explain your situation about your fibro doctor. And maybe they can help you either find an alternate and taper you off, or they can maybe give you a prescription for it until you can find a fibro doctor. Or maybe them or your primary can help you taper. Oh, got you. Maybe call pain management back and see if they'll help you taper. Let me see. There was a number. Hang on. Joanne, you know I love you because since I went to this page, they're wanting me to chat with them. Fentanyl addiction is lethal. Let's chat to get you the help you require. See if there's a number here. Okay, I'm gonna put a number up here that they have, and it's listed underneath fentanyl withdrawal. Maybe they can help find somebody in your area. Hang on. But if they can't help you, 9382. They might be able to find someone near you that can help you. There you go. Right, right, Joanne. Yeah, they're like, let's chat. Because people are abusing it so much, it's getting harder and harder for people that need pain medications to get them. They're really, 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 FDA is really, and the DEA is really putting their thumb on these doctors. Yeah, I would call them and explain your situation about what you're taking, that it helps your fibro and your back issue, and that you're needing somebody else to prescribe it for you, or if they don't want to, at least help you switch to something else. Yeah, that's true, Joanne, that's true. Yeah, Susan, what that is someone had mistakenly said it's against the law, but it's not for them to prescribe both. What it is that the combination when you're taking both, and a lot of people do, is that it slows the heart rate. It can cause death. So the FDA or the DEA, I can't remember which one, is now requiring those companies to put warning labels on the bottles, kind of like they forced the cigarette company to put that warning label on the pack of cigarettes. So because the DEA has put it out, a lot of doctors don't want to take that risk. They don't want the liability of prescribing both and having something happen to one of their patients. So now what they're doing is to get themselves out of possibly getting in trouble or getting someone killed, is they're making their patients choose. Look, I'm not taking the responsibility. You're either going to take one or you're going to take the other, and that's why. Because if it were against the law, because I did research, because somebody approached me about it, they had watched a video and the video said it was illegal, and it's not, because that's what hospice does. When people in their final stages, they get pain meds and they get anxiety meds together to make the transition better, easier, I guess. Not better, easier. That's why. And I can't say if I was a doctor and an official government source told me that taking both could cause death, I can't say as a doctor I wouldn't make the same decisions for my patients. Oh, I hope so, Joanne. You don't have his private number? Shoot. I would start calling. Look, doc, at least write me one more prescription so I don't run out, and so that I can have enough till I could figure out who else can help me. Exactly, Joanne. My I'm not happy with my shoulder doc because even though he didn't seem like prescription pain patches, which was just lidocaine for my shoulder was necessary, he said that he would. He did it, so I called the office and talked to the nurse, and I still don't have a prescription. So I went to Walmart and got the over the counter ones, and they're helping a little bit, but the shot has already worn off. So, because I think the prescriptions are 10% lidocaine and over the counter is 4%. I don't wear them every day, but when I've been doing stuff, I need them, but nothing I could do. It ain't worth fighting the doctor's office for lidocaine patches. Yeah, they help a little bit. And what I'll do is it's not a huge area, it's right here and then here, and then sometimes my collarbone up in here. And it has been before the injection. It hurt so bad it went all the way up to my jaw, but it hasn't gotten that bad yet again. So I'll cut it in half and put a small piece like over here and then the other piece over here. Try to make them last. Yeah, I have some prescription because my poor rheumatologist was trying to help me out. She had given me an injection the first time we talked, and it didn't last very long, and it wasn't the same type of injection as the first doc. I'm almost thinking it was lidocaine, but she tried to help, and so she prescribed me a tube of the cream, and I forget. I mean, hell, I forget to put lotion on. You know what I mean? So I don't think about it. I know, Joanne. Just keep in your mind if it comes down to that, it's only temporary until you can find someone else. And who knows, the spine doctor or who did we talk about? Look, my fog is bad today. The pain clinic or your back doctor, they may put you on something else, or they may continue with the fentanyl. I mean, that would be the best case scenario for you. Okay, Vicky. Oh, good luck on your interview. All right, Vicky, you have a great day. Magnesium in cream. Oh, okay, Hal. It's worth a try. Y'all, can you believe we've been talking for an hour and a half? Welcome, whoever just jumped in. Don't hurt yourself jumping out, Vicky. And don't eat carbs. No bread. 10 people in the room, 9 thumbs up, so we're good. You know, I gotta counteract my thumbs downs. Joanne, bread is so hard. That's why I'm glad I got the Aldi bread. My brother-in-law told me that Costco has low carb bread. I think as low as the Aldi bread. It's a multi-grain bread or something, and he found it because they switched from Sam's Club to Costco, and they started looking at the bread because they had run out of the bread that I had bought uh, the last time I went to visit. I was going to say at the wedding, but I have since, remember, I went to go visit them since then, and they're out of bread. So they went to Costco and got some low carb bread. They do as far as a view, but then if they're only, they have to watch for a few seconds to thumbs it down, but then it counts against your view time because that's what YouTube counts as well. How many view hours do you have? So it's okay. I guess I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Oh, good, Joanne. The only thing I don't like about Costco, we don't have one here, is like at Sam's Club, if you go in there without a membership, they will let you shop, but then they add a percentage to your bill to make up for your not buying a membership. At Costco, they don't do that. You don't have a membership, you don't buy it. Because when I was down there the last time, we went to Costco, and remember I told you all about the rain issue when we ran out in the rain, no guts, no glory, and they would not let me buy a chicken because I'd heard so much about their rotisserie chickens. And I even did the, well, you know, I got a YouTube channel and my viewers would really want to know how this chicken tastes. They weren't having it. They no membership, no purchase. So yes, comments help too. I guess the thumbs down bother me only because I think I know who it is. So, but it may not be. So I just try to ignore it. It's okay, Joanne. I have silent viewers. They like to listen, and yeah, whatever. What is everyone's plans today? I know today at 7 o'clock, I will be watching The Voice, new season this season. Okay, this ought to twist your noggin. Yeah, I think that the niece went back to sleep. Niece, are you asleep? Yeah, she wanted to go and be on her phone in the room because she uses the kids' room when the kid's out of town. So she goes, I'm just gonna go in the room for a little while. And I'm like, okay. And thought I heard her sleeping. She doesn't know about this. I had a dream last night, and this is gonna twist your noodle. It was about Blake Shelton. Y'all, the lesbian had a dream about making out with Blake Shelton in a store. Oh, I should have saved that one for a mukbang. Yeah, Blake Shelton. I guess I was thinking about the voice or whatever. Look, I think the man's good looking. Just because I like girls doesn't mean that I can't see a guy and go, damn, he's good looking. Idris Alba is gorgeous. How's that for a shocker? And part of the dream before that, I was part of a news crew. I was one of four people, but we were broadcasting from a classroom, but it wasn't like high school. It was more like college, but it was in a flat room. It wasn't those stadium type of rooms. It was weird. And I went from that to being in a grocery store, and I'm walking around and I see Blake, and he sees me, and then like he grabs me and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while." I'm like, "I know." And he gives me a quick kiss, and then somebody from work, and I guess she's like, "Y'all shouldn't be doing that in public." And we're like, "What?" So we walk off. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good looking man. Damn, did that news shock everyone? Nobody's saying anything. Well, Ruth did, but hello. Well, I watched him walk away, and he changed outfits 3 times because when he came up to me and grabbed me by the waist, he was wearing jeans and a light green shirt. And then when I was watching him walk off, he was in, it was like a 70s, 80s type of country singer outfit, uh, printed pants and a shirt with a black leather vest. And then when I saw him again later and we were kind of making out, he was in all black, I think. So, and then I woke up and I'm like, no, 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 I'm not dead. I know, Lupa. Didn't understand that. Right, Laura? You could. You know how men think, as long as they're 18. Yeah, but you're in your 60s, you old perv. Not you, Laura, the guys that think that way. Oh, I wanted to get your opinion on something. What was it? I had a question for the room. I'll think on it in a second. Y'all, my Cowboys won. We are 3-0. Joanne. Or should I said where my waist should have been? We all have waists. It's just some of us have bigger waists. Sorry, y'all. It's the kid. Sorry, y'all. The kid comes first. Okay. Joanne. Well, y'all saw that last bark box, and I told y'all that I try not to get my bottom half in the camera, and I debated whether or not to put that video out. As y'all saw my big ass stomach. Thanks for understanding. She was saying that she says, so I found this guy and he's pretty funny. His name is Fluffy, but he spells it different. But listen to his rant about Patreon/YouTube. Yeah, some people have been encouraging me to do Patreon, but I got upset when that mess that I had, that beef I had with people, uh, and they were saying that I was undercover asking y'all for money when I had told y'all that the kid was not working and I may have to get off YouTube for a while because I have to cut the cable and everything. They said I was backdoor asking for money, and that hurt my heart. So doing Patreon, I don't, I went back and forth on it. So I know Trisha Paytas allegedly gives out nudes of herself if you do her Patreon. Hey, it's her body, right? Anyway, that's what that's about. So I told her I'd watch the video later. No, it's somebody else. And me naming my channel like I did, the kid was afraid that that comedian that you're talking about would come after me for copyright or whatever. And I'm like, no, because it's all one word. It's not separate. It's all one word. So, well, I think we're all talked out. We got about 15 minutes away from 2 hours. Laura. Hey, when they're sick, they always need mama. I remember a couple of years ago when the kid was little and she was sick, I would make her chicken broth with the egg noodles, you know, the wide, fat, short noodles, about that long. They call them egg noodles. Uh, and I would put those in there, and that's what she remembers about when she was sick that I would make for her. And she would ask me for that. It was before we moved here. It was back at the old house, and I would make it for her. And when they get older, you almost wish for them to be sick so they'd need you. Right, Joanne? Take their temp and lie. No, you still got fever. Okay, I want to ask y'all's opinion. Remember, I had told y'all that I had a project in mind and I still want to do it. I just haven't done it. And I'm slacking all the way around. And I know y'all want a mukbang, and I promised to get a mukbang out maybe tomorrow or today. I'm going to try. I'm not sure because uh, with having to leave with the niece today. So I'll get a mukbang out. But here's my project, and I want to know what y'all think about it because you have to have kind of a good voice to do it. Um, I don't know if you've seen those storytelling channels where they tell ghost stories. I've always been fascinated with them, and I'm kind of wanting to do them. And I thought I would start with a couple of excuse me, y'all. I'm having issues with my throat and my sinuses today. I would start with a couple of ghost stories from the prison that I've had. They're really short. I don't know how it's probably be a short video because it would be a test video. Yes, my favorite one is Lazy Masquerade. I love him. And he's got sounds like a British accent. Um, and I love him. And so I want to do a few of those. It wouldn't be me standing in front of the camera and narrating. It would be a voiceover, either a short film of just the landscape, kind of, a little different than what he does because I don't want to copy him. Y'all know how I feel about that, but something similar. So, all right, Ruth, thank you for stopping by. So, but what I would need for future ones is some ghost stories from y'all, whether real or imagined. Lazy Masquerade. And he is lazy. He hasn't put out maybe a video once a week. Now, I'm calling him lazy and I've been slacking, but that's the name of his channel, Lazy Masquerade. Um, so, I have a few ghost stories, and it's ghost stories or um stories where some weird things happened, or did you get held up? Just things like that. And but if you I would like for y'all to send them to me to my email, fluffyhatesfibro@gmail. But by doing this, you give me permission to put it in my videos and to monetize. So if you send me a story, I I may reword it a little bit to make the narrative a little bit easier for me, but the basic meat of the story would be the same. You know what I mean? If you told me that you almost got run over by a car, I'm not going to say you got your foot run over by a car. You know what I mean? Uh, and if you want to be acknowledged, just let me know. Hey, say my name or put my name up that the story came from me. If not, just put anonymous on there. But if you send me a story, then you're giving me permission to monetize it. Okay, thanks. Joanne, if you listen to him and you comment, let him know I sent you. Maybe I can get a shout out from him. Hey, you got a lot of subscribers. So, okay, well, we're at 1 hour and 52 seconds. No, really, really, Fluff? An hour and 52 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. I'm out of coffee. And I was in a hurry to get on here. I haven't taken my medicine. I have not gotten my broth. That's usually I do when I wake up. I get my water, I get a cup of coffee, I get a cup of broth, and then I do my testing. And then I check for comments. All right, thanks, Joanne. And let me know. Let me know if you like him. I really like his stories. He did ghost stories from 50 states. He did a series of a uh, ghost story, just different stories of each state. So that was really cool of him. So and most of the stories that you get from Reddit and stuff, I'll look on there too. Uh, but a lot of people have done different versions of the same story. So I thought, well, if I ask y'all for some ghost stories that you either had from a friend or yourself or something, a really dramatic story, of maybe almost getting hijacked or whatever, um, that would be original. So, y'all take care. I love y'all so much, and I appreciate you hanging out with me this morning. I'll do another one real soon. Maybe at the end of the week, I'll go live again. So, and hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll do a mukbang, even if I have to eat pizza late. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Bye bye.